Break time ends tomorrow. Fourth round will start in 2 days. I don't want to play this game anymore. I've been hoping we could take up the sponsor before it started, but getting flustered now solves nothing. I should just go to bed. Slipped into bed and late and was every intention of sleeping. But it was not to be. My mom was still actively thinking about Dorumi's words from this afternoon, and the sleep it all had fled from me.
There's no clear rule explaining how the players can win this game. I bet the sponsor's hoping it'll drag on forever. Oh, just knock me out now.
I didn't know why I'd hung up on that point. I couldn't find an answer no matter how hard I thought about it. Eventually, I finally started drifting off. Because I fell asleep with the lights on. My sleep was shallow that night. But I did dream. In those dreams, I relived the events that had occurred ever since the sponsor showed up. I will not lay a finger on any of you. The game will immediately cease if the sponsor harms the participants without just cause. Or if we bait him into harming one of us, that ends it instantly. The forceful ending of the game was the one thing that could have construed a player victory. Maybe that's why I hung on to what Dorumi said. Because a player victory condition actually did exist. The next scene that flashed across my mind was Yagamo being blown up by the second sponsor. The invader hunt didn't end then, so they'd murdered a player. That's because Yagamo attacked the sponsor first, so punishing him was just considered just cause. Well, he hadn't hit him yet. Like, you could be like, I could run up to him. I mean, he could attack me like, hey, I actually had no intention of hurting you. You just hit me without just cause. Current sponsor carried the terrible remote control capable of blowing up everywhere they went. Scene changed that, and I saw the bodies of the friends Yagamo had secured. The ones on top of the coffins Yagamo had surgically removed them post-mortem. He was blown up by one himself. He had abhorred their very existence. This terrifying weapon tucked away in the bodies of all of my friends.
It's an unspoken rule that an older brother takes the place of his sister when she faces certain death.
Next, the memory of Ima and Kako asking to join our team surfaced in my mind. Ima declared that he would die on behalf of Kako. His determination touched me. Just then. I sat up in bed, suddenly wide awake.
Huh?
I found it. I had an epiphany while I was sifting through my memories and my dreams. I found a way to end this game. I ran out of my room and went to wake up Yagamo and Dorumi. What is it, Takumi? It's the dead of night, you know.
Yeah, what do you want? I was just about to go visit Mrs. Tsubasa in the room.
Listen, guys, I finally found it. I found a way to end the invader hunt. You mean you found a way to definitely kill the sponsor? No, we're not gonna kill the sponsor. We're gonna end the game.
What now? Is there any difference?
As difference as chalk and cheese. Conflating the two was our first mistake. I shared my new strategy with my friends. Their reaction. That does sound like it could be worth a try.
But if Yagamo's handiwork will make or break the whole thing, you sure it's gonna work?
I'm sure. He's already taken out 6 of those things. You can probably do it blindfolded now, right? I've never done it on a living patient before, okay? Don't come crying to me if I end up killing you instead. Doesn't matter if we can keep coming back with a Ribomatic until you get it right. You are making this sound like some peaceful picnic. Well, I'll give it a try. It's the job of a leader's aide to pander his every whim and fancy after all. We don't have much time. Let's get started right away. I need the two of you to come with me to the biolab. We quietly and stealthily made our way to the biolab, taking care not to be discovered by the sponsor.
Oh.
Take off your clothes and lie down on the table over there. Doremi and I complied with Yugamu's instructions, stripping down with our backs to each other.
I have to let two boys see me naked and gross. I might as well go to the whole 9 yards and start making a O face now.
Come on, this is an emergency. Not like we've got any ulterior motives.
So says the pervert trying to sneak glances at my boobs.
I'm gonna tell Mr. Tsubasa about this.
I wasn't looking, I didn't see anything. You ready to do this? Oh, but first, some anesthetic. Yugama poked a syringe in my neck as I lay on the table. With a sharp pricking pain for a moment, and then my vision turned blurry. Began to feel lightheaded and...
You did it, Yukamu. You did it.
Great, now I'm damaged goods.
Now Takumi's got a big scar up the middle. They both got scars up the middle of them.
On the bright side, this scar makes it look like I was in an epic sword fight or something. A scar on the back would have been a swordsman's shame.
Removing that thing from a living body was certainly different. I was out of my element. Anyway, better put your clothes on. The opening ceremony for the 4th round is about to begin.
We quickly got dressed, hiding the large scars on our chests under our clothes. And then...
Good morning, people of Last Defense Academy.
The 4th round of the invader hunt will now begin. Gather in the leisure land so I can explain the rules.
This is it. It's do or die time.
Yugama and I will go on ahead and tell the others about the plan. Come join us when you're ready, Takumi.
Yeah, I'll be right there. After parting ways with Doremi and Yugamu, I went back to my room and got changed. Once I was done... We all after the leader lounge. It was time for our showdown.
Finally, although, with that getup of yours.
Sponsor seemed a little confused by my appearance. It's only natural since I was wearing the same thing they were. Stood before them in a suit that Hiroko had retrieved at the cost of her life.
Takumi, why are you dressed like that?
What's going on, Takumi? Everyone else looked equally confused. That was the act they were supposed to be putting on.
I smell a big fat rat. What is this, your version of a taunt? Coming in here in the suit can only mean one thing. Am I right?
That depends on your response. I answered the sponsor in a calm, quiet voice. One question for you, sponsor. You've been hounding and pestering me ever since you showed up. Why?
I thought I told you before. It's because you're the most entertaining one here. You're such a goody-goody, which also makes you capable of the cruelest decisions. A part of a goody two-shoes would happily step into the worst disgusting puddle of filth to protect someone if they could. I just knew you would provide top-class entertainment if I pushed you into a corner, and that's exactly what you did. And your hands are still stained with the blood of those you killed. In cold blood. Serial killer Takumi.
The sponsor's jarring laughter echoed through the room. Now's the perfect time to act angry. I'm glad you're so entertained. I hope you're ready for more. Let's see how funny you find this. Wait, Mr. Sumito, what are you thinking? That's against the rules.
Down, Takumi, down. You can't be serious about this.
Don't do it, Takumi. Everyone tried to stop me, but of course, that was all part of the act too. We need to make it seem like I was acting on my own, totally independent from the others. That was the scene they were trying to present to the bees hovering around. Let's go. I've made up my mind. I have to do this. Shook off the pleas to the others. This monster had to pay for what he did. For making me kill other humans. I charged at the sponsor at full speed. I had a knife in my hand. The bee swooped toward me with the familiar cacophony of beating wings. Obviously, they meant to suck my blood of the rule breaker dry. But their stingers couldn't penetrate the suit I was wearing. I raised the knife. The suit could repel any cryptoglobin-based attacks, but was weak against physical attacks. Even a knife should be able to break through it.
You really didn't think this through, Takumi. Have you forgotten my other weapons?
The sponsor took out the remote control.
Wait. No, I see what he did. I know what Takumi did. They didn't completely remove the bombs. They switched them. They switched Takumi's bomb with Darumi's. So he's gonna hit the button to blow up Takumi, and he's gonna blow up Darumi, and that's gonna be a violation of the rules. He was gonna blow up Darumi here. Oh gosh, this is cool. Sheesh, I was hoping you could entertain me for a while more before you broke. Alas, also good things must come to an end. So long, Takumi. Let's play again in our next lives.
The sponsor pressed the detonation button on the bomb in my body. However, but I wasn't the one who got blown up. Yes! Instead, it was Darumi. Darumi and I will exchange the bombs in our bodies. When I violate the rules, the sponsor will press a button for my bomb. But when they do that, the one who will actually explode will be Darumi, who hasn't broken any rules at all. Right. That will fulfill the victory condition of this game. The game will immediately cease if the sponsor harms any participant without just cause. That's how we'll win. Will the sponsor really honor the rules, though? They could just change it on the spot. Between the two of them, the sponsors have tampered with the rules on plenty already. That's true. The rules seem more like guidelines than anything else, but I have a feeling this one's set in stone. When I was laid up in bed before, the sponsor came to my room. I wish I could torture you myself, but alas, that would be against the rules. They sounded genuinely sad when they said that. So this is a rule that not even the sponsor, with all their authority, can change? I think so. The moment they blow up Darumi instead of me, something will happen. I didn't know how, but the sponsor would be heavily punished. It would give us the opportunity we needed to beat them.
Hold up. You're talking like it's a given that I'll get blown up in your place. Well, it gotta be me. It doesn't matter who it is, right? Could it be Ima or one of the other guys?
Hey!
No. You have to be the one. It absolutely has to be you. I've decided.
Yeah, and why is that?
Because you gotta kiss the boss before me.
It's just a personal grudge. There's a normie who needs to blow up and die.
Why do you care? We'll bring you back with Revive-O-Matic right away.
Of course I care. Somehow I kiss Lady Sebastian's delicate lips before they get a strike.
Good, you homewrecker. Those lips are mine. You're killing me, Takumi, but in a good way. That's the sort of high-handedness I expected from a successful leader. Once I ascertained the bomb had gone off, I took the suit off and took off the suit and stormed towards the sponsor. That was against the rules. You broke the rules, sponsor. Blowing up Darami when she didn't do anything at all. That's a grave violation.
You killed Mr. Amamiya. Yeah, give her back to us.
Huh?
What the? You were back already? For a while, the sponsor said nothing as we surrounded and hurled the accusations at them.
You really had me fooled.
Eventually, they let out a subdued sigh.
Even so.
Darn it. I totally miscalculated. You switched the bombs in your bodies, When I pressed the detonator, I ended up hurting Darumi without just cause. You're right, I've broken the rules of the game.
So you see,
Therefore,
I officially surrender.
that's it.
No mortified denials, sloppy excuses, displease, and nothing at all.
Huh?
I thought you'd bring at least one last aggressive gambit.
What am I supposed to do? Have you seen the state of my unbeatable weapons?
We followed the sponsor's glance to the ceiling.
Huh?
The bees are falling. Are they dead?
Those bees are like embodiments of the game itself. Since the game's over now, of course they're going to die too.
Can we take the helmet off the sponsor now so we can see what their face is? One after another, the bees dropped to the ground. Finally, the last one fell, and they were all dead.
See, I have nothing to fight with now. Feel free to do whatever to me you want.
You're definitely not getting off easily, but before that, show us your true face and tell us who you really are.
It must be a zombie, right?
Or the monster that looks even more hideous. I'm going to take that suit off now. Resist and you die, understand?
What's the point in resisting now? Go ahead.
Yugama quickly and skillfully removed the suit from the sponsor's body. Soon we would see the face of the person who'd been tormenting us for days on end. Open sesame. Yugama tore the suit and helmet off the sponsor in one breath. What? Everyone was dumbfounded by the face that had been hiding beneath the suit. It couldn't believe it. It was him all this time? But how was it possible? What? Huh? Ah! Edo, you're still alive?
Hello, Takumi! Guess my secret's out. I was really hoping I could play the sponsor for a little while more.
No way. Ato?
Huh?
Don't tell me you're a zombie.
Did his dead body revive somehow?
No, his body is secured in my room. He couldn't have come back from the dead.
And this body is someone else disguised as Ato?
I couldn't believe Edo Outsuki was standing before us again. There's no mistaking his malicious presence. You're really the real Edo?
It's been a while since we spoke face to face like this, hasn't it, Takumi? I am indeed Edo Outsuki, in the flesh. No, not the Edo Outsuki you knew, though. I come from another, slightly different world.
Huh? My thoughts were thrown into confusion. How could Edo still be alive? How did he become the sponsor? As the second sponsor, how would he connected to the first?
You look completely flabbergasted. Wouldn't you like to know who I really am? It goes without saying, spit it out already. You have no right to remain silent. What kind of alternate universe did you come from? Why did you make Takumi and the others do those people do in a mansion?
We surrounded Eto and bombarded him with questions.
Calm down, everyone. Don't worry, I'll tell you anything you want to know.
I was surprised he actually promised to answer our questions without leaving us hanging, except...
I just have one condition. What is it? I'll only answer the questions from Takumi, and we have to be alone. No answers if anyone else is there.
What? Why do I have to be stuck somewhere alone with you?
Is that a no? Do you really want to know turn this offer down? It's the biggest chance you have to get information out of me, team leader. You've got a lot of nerve. We could easily always squeeze that information out of you through various torture techniques. Oh, you're not much of a professional assassin. If you can tell torture won't work on someone like me, Yugami. I've already made up my mind. Only talk when I'm alone with Takumi.
You're still trying to toy with me at this stage.
Why are you so obsessed with Takumi anyway? Why wouldn't I be? Why wouldn't I be mean to him, after all? You're the version that killed me, aren't you?
I did kill Ado. Or so I thought. How could he be standing here before me again now? This all about revenge? You became the sponsor of the killing game too.
Not really, but I couldn't get over it, you know. How you offed the other me like you were stamping out a pest to be exterminated, looking oh so righteous while you were at it. I wanted to make sure you came to terms with your true vile nature. Then you'd never feel inclined to act self-righteous again. How does it feel to be an even worse serial killer than me, Takumi?
Just for that? You maybe kill those people just for that?
Now the expression better suited to a disgusting creature like you. Are you in utter anguish yet? I took over the killing game from the previous sponsor so I could see you looking tortured by guilt and desperation. The game may be over, but I'm having the fun only as we just begun. Because now it's your responsibility to interrogate me.
Take him to a cage so we can make sure he can't do anything. Wanted to kill Adokin right then and there to avenge my friends who died in the game. But I knew I couldn't. We needed information he had.
I'm starting to smell more and more like a multiverse. TheLordShiro, this Ata came from another timeline, right?
Huh?
Does that mean he knows how to travel between timelines? Can we see if Takamaru's alive again? If we go to another timeline?
This Ato really did come from a different timeline. The information he held was priceless. We could solve the most intimate problems by learning how to travel between timelines from him. We wouldn't have to fight Shaw or struggle to escape the pod started up. Nobody else needed to die. But to get that information...
Shall we have a little chat, Takumi? You have to tell me what I want to know first. Like the sensation you felt when you killed those people. The feeling of bathing in warm blood of your victims. That squashing sound was so nice and satisfying, wasn't it?
In that moment, when the faces of those people suddenly surfaced in my mind, clear as day. The faces of the people I had killed. My breathing quickened and I broke out in a cold sweat. Ada really did have the potential to be the best assassin in the world. His ability to drive people into dead ends and make them wish they were dead, his words alone were unparalleled.
Well, it's not bad to be caught if I can get to see you looking like that. I'm nowhere near done yet. Don't think you can get away with the ugly soul of yours for even a moment. I'll be sure to remind you of your sin from now on, every single day.
Could feel the strength leaving my body as Ato laughed at the top of his voice. And to think I thought I'd finally be able to relax after defeating the sponsor and the ending of the game. I was wrong. My real suffering was only just beginning. After killing Ato, he came back with a firm hand on my ankle, ready to drag me into hell with him. My killing game wasn't over yet. Tsubasa. It happened so quickly I barely knew what was going on. Tsubasa picked up the knife I had dropped and lunged forward, and slit Ato's throat with it.
Tsubasa!
Don't you dare bully Takumi. My sweet Takumi. Tsubasa. Anyone who dares to hurt him is going to have to answer to me.
All of you are such ugly monsters. Edo coughed up blood and collapsed on the ground, and within a few seconds he stopped breathing. Tsubasa ran over and held her in a tight embrace. Sorry, we were supposed to ask him for more information, but I couldn't take it anymore. I couldn't bear to see you in so much pain. No need to apologize, Tsubasa. If you hadn't jumped in, I'd have done the same thing. 3 tears for Miss Kuwana. The sponsor got what was coming to him. It feels so good. Vengeance for Takamaru. Someone like that doesn't deserve to live. I approve of anything Mr. Tsubasa does. Besides, this is a perfect end for a killing game. Perfect end? A killing game just loves to drag out the story for as long as possible, and then suddenly drop an ending on you with zero fanfare. You know, without answering any of the subplots it was alluded to the whole time. It's not a real killing game these days if it doesn't end super abruptly. Yep. Yeah, Danganronpa was very famous for it. There were so many remaining questions, and you're just like, oh, you wanted those answers? No. That's why this is a perfect ending to our killing game. I'm here for all day for it. And so the invader hunt ended abruptly, in a perfect killing game style, 60 days after it began. As relieved as I was, I'd be lying if I said I wasn't bothered by the many unanswered questions it left behind. There was no time to run around and try to solve those mysteries now. The game was over, and that meant we had more important matters to deal with. With our eyes keenly focused on the prize of a true happy ending, we quickly moved towards our next objective. Unfortunately, Eito Atsuki's Quartz Globin is not enough to power the pod. Right, I didn't think it would be that easy. We drained all the blood out of Eito's body and pumped it into the escape pod's fuel tank. But it still wasn't enough. Even though he was so strong, Eito's Cryptoglobin is totally useless. If you really think about it, 80% of his strengths came from those bees. Speaking of the bees, I've analyzed their remains and discovered something. They're a type of combat organism, or skull invader to use your name for them. Those bees used to be human? I hypothesized that the first sponsor found the attack combat organism factory. From there, they must have coerced the manufacturers into creating these bee-like units with enhanced powers and functionality. But why did the bees die all at once when the sponsor broke the rules? Perhaps because of a divine pact to prevent the sponsor from harming participants without due cause. Divine pact. A wish made to God, if you will. Do you not also offer something in return for when making a wish to your god? I'll be a good girl, so please, let Father's surgery be a success. Things like that? So in this case, I won't harm the players without due cause, so please grant these bees with strength. The sponsor? No, the people who built the bees made a wish like that. And God granted that wish. So God really exists? Strong belief that he exists is the key. Divine blood grows in strengths, but in binding itself to emotions, the strongest feeling in the world is devotion. God, you say? That scale's too grand for a little guy like me to comprehend. Just who was the first sponsor anyway? We're still completely shrouded in mystery. Sorry guys, if I hadn't killed Eito. It wasn't your fault, Tsubasa. Nobody's trying to blame you for anything. That's right. We're all really grateful for what you did. Mr. Tsubasa,
Can I comfort you with the longest, deepest kiss you ever had? Can I? I really want to.
Let's just forget about Eito. The killing game's over now, anyway. The first sponsor was a zombie like we had theorized. It's still possible they could come back at some point. However, the bees had their strongest weapon were dead now. Without those bees, we could definitely take out the sponsor by ourselves without nothing to be afraid of anymore. We need that right now. What we need right now is more Cryptoglobe to fully power this escape pod. We have the perfect candidate who can provide us with that. Right? The Squad Zero Commander, TheLordShiro. We have to find a way to beat him and take his Cryptoglobe. Commune, you finished developing a weapon with the poison that can help with that?
Who do you think I am? I was already done and dusted a while ago. So we can get TheLordShiro now? Indeed, so long as you can proceed with caution. My poison will break down an invisible defense, but TheLordShiro will still need to be a formidable foe. We have to come up with a foolproof strategy to beat him when he shows up at the academy, whenever that may be. After our meeting, we started preparing for our battle against TheLordShiro. And then when night fell... And there, we finally got the fire started, everyone. I cast fire. We lit a bonfire in the schoolyard as a memorial for all our friends that lost their lives in the invader hunt. Closing our eyes, we observed a moment of silence and mourning. Kyoshika, Malko, Kurara, Ava. Our fight against the sponsor is finally over. Mother, may you rest in peace and have no fear. My sister and I will be fine by ourselves. Sorry for making you ingest the poison, Kyoshika. I hope this fire can ease some of your pain. Thank you for protecting us, Mr. Yakushiji. We're only alive because of you. Thank you for sacrificing yourself to save us too, Shoma. This is Hiriko. Thanks for deigning to hang out with someone like me. Thanks for being my friend. Hiriko, we did it. You protected us all. If Hiriko hadn't set up the anti-sponsor alliance, we'd have all had perished in the invader hunt. Not just her. Everyone who died after her became lights of hope that guided us to where we are now. We mourned the souls of those who had died in the game for many hours. We knew we couldn't mourn forever. We still had a war to fight. Alright everyone, it's time to dry our tears and discuss what to do for our next battle. Press through the pain and look to the future. Everyone wiped away their tears at my rallying call and looked up. We got some food and beverages from the cafeteria and began our war council. It's clear that everyone was trying to put on a brave front at first. But we ate and drank and started to clear up for a while. Pretty soon, it was just like old times.
The way your festivals are held is truly intriguing. Such a different culture from ours.
Dance with me, Commune. I'll teach you how we did it back in the Tokyo residential complex.
Takumi, we can't let them outshine us. Let's dance till we drop. I'll teach you how to do the lambada.
The one with all those sensual hip movements? Yeah. Go dance with yourself.
Exactly, Takumi.
Not gonna lie, I've never been to a party like this before. Mostly because I never get invited to cultural festivals or sports meets.
With me around, you'll never be shunned like that again. Let's hang out every day and talk about everything under the sun.
Brother dearest, I want to play with fireworks. Can we use the Gift-O-Matic to make some?
That's my brilliant little sister for you. We'll make the biggest and brightest firework display anyone's ever seen.
I could probably outdo you. After that, we kept chatting about anything that came to our minds, never running out of topics for conversation. Some kept drinking and eating, others dozed off as they grew tired. We had fun in our own ways until late into the night. I opened my eyes to a blue sky unfurling in every direction.
Oh, that's right.
We talked until it was almost dawn, and decided to wait to see the sunrise together. It was so nice that I decided to lie down, and apparently ended up dozing off. My foggy brain turned idle thoughts overhead as I got up. I felt a strange presence behind me. I quickly rolled around, only to see something that made me doubt my eyes.
What the?
Howdy there. Howdy there. I'm here. I told you I'd be coming.
Del-Shah!
Falling asleep all sprawled out in the open like this in the midst of a war. Not the most sensible idea.
How did Del-Shah get into the school? What happened to the alarm? What's going on? I was completely overwhelmed with confusion.
Kumi, you're already up? Morning. Oh man, we overslept and missed the sunrise.
Excuse me, what's this level of excitement for singing the morning? Invader!
Invader alert. Wake up, everyone.
What's going on? How did you get through without tripping the alarm? Alarm? What are you talking about? As we were debating, the others showed up one by one.
How did Del-Shah get into the school? Is the alarm down? It's likely he simply walked through the wall of fire. He's invincible by very nature. As long as those flames remain undisturbed, the defense system will not detect anything.
That's very educational and all, but why are you so familiar with the security system?
Before defecting, I was the head of intelligence department in charge of analyzing this school's defenses. I'm like a shrine maiden over farmer enemy.
You must be the maiden sage commune. You have fallen far from the light of God. I suppose you must have your reasons, but know that I show no mercy to any who make my enemy a me. You shall perish alongside these invaders. Dang it. I wasn't expecting to have to fight him like this. All that prep work was for nothing. Now we're gonna be wiped out. Just as that thought went through my mind. 1 minute, that's all you get. Go and get yourself ready for the battle. Do not disappoint me. With that, Del-Shah turned away and put some distance between us. Looks like we've been saved by his code of chivalry.
Huh?
Did he mention he didn't like to do sneak attacks before? Fighting fair and square. I'm a fan.
Not so much when we're the ones about to fight him. We'll go with the strategy we discussed before. His critical element is what we need to finally escape from the school. We got our infusers ready and the decisive battle began.
Let us begin. Come and prepare to die.
I will take care of his invincible defense. The rest of you stick to the plan.
Consider it done. I'll protect my little sister.
Our strategy is to make him step on that thing we rigged up yesterday, right?
This is a battle of wits, so kill your impulses and stay calm, everyone.
It's time! Take this, old man!
This is poison gas.
The effect of the poison will take some time to set in. Fall back and regroup for now.
I never would have guessed there was a poison that could work on me. All my vaunted defense has come crumbling down.
Don't turn tail and run just because your invincibility's gone! We urgently need you to die for us!
Now why would I run? I have been waiting to be cornered like this my entire life. I have always fought to die in battle.
To die?
To die on the battlefield is the fate of all true warriors. Do you not also long for the pleasure of an honorable death?
Absolutely not. All we want is to live.
Life and death are but two sides of the same coin. For you to live, you must put your enemy to death. Now, The time has come. Kill me to gain the life you so deeply desire. To battle! So I've lost. The time of my destruction is upon me. But I have no regrets. I die a warrior.
I still don't get it. Deep down, doesn't everyone want to keep on living?
In this world, sometimes death is more constructive than continuing to live. When I defied that woman, I was ousted from my position as a hero, imprisoned. I despaired of dying in that emptiness. I am truly grateful you all appeared. Because now I can die on the battlefield as a warrior.
Thank you for fighting honorably.
You could have massacred us if you'd opted for a sneak attack instead.
Yeah. I'm glad you were the last enemy we had to face.
It was an honor to have you as my last opponents as well. You are all true warriors. Now, finish me off like the warriors you are, and enjoy your reward of life.
Wait.
Schness.
I thought she was dead. Didn't the game continue to tell us she was dead?
Foolish old man. Why would you think to let these invaders live?
Veshness! You're still alive!
I thought we blew you up with that bomb.
You really presumed I could be killed by your paltry weaponry? Certainly, I was a little scratched up, but I have since made a full recovery, thanks to the blood of this old bag of bones.
Vecna spit her words out angrily and crushed TheLordShiro's remains underfoot.
Are you crazy? Stepping on your own ally like that?
He's not an ally anymore, he just told us that.
Surely nothing I do now can be as crazy as what you have already done. I heard from that so-called sponsor about your little killing game.
Sponsor was leaking information about us to Veshness?
The invader hunt. How dare you treat my adorable pets as targets for some mindless sport? Nevertheless, your indiscriminate killing spree has also given me some unexpected benefits.
Like what?
Solidarity, fostered by hate. You have angered so many people that my army has grown larger and more unified than before. We are the strongest we've ever been. All of us fueled by an intense hatred for you vile invaders. You, on the other hand, are dwindling in numbers. Our next attack will certainly end in your untimely demise. Just wait. The day will soon come when my army levels this school to the ground. And all of you with it.
With that declaration, Veshness turned her back on us and left. With no regard for us standing there dumbfounded, she calmly left. Our dim hope that this fight would be over once we defeated TheLordShiro was thwarted by Veshness' sudden reappearance. She would be leading her massive army in an all-out attack against the Academy soon. The fact plunged our hearts and minds into despair. Still can't believe Veshness survived. Or that her army has grown even stronger.
They're becoming serious about taking us out because we're so aggressive during the hunt.
Perhaps this was the sponsor's ultimate objective all along. Why do you say that? They organized a game that made us hunt down every single school invader we saw. Knowing all that time that it would foster hatred among the invaders, eventually boiling over and exploding in an all-out war. That kind of full-scale fighting was sure to create an astounding number of dead bodies.
Ha! So the sponsor gets a ton of dead bodies and making both sides tear each other apart. It sounds more like the first sponsor was really a zombie.
We're still playing out of the sponsor's script even after they're gone.
How big do you think Vetchness's final attack will be? If that side is truly unified, the number of combat organisms will likely be the likes of which we've never seen before. How can we ever defend ourselves against that? Vetchness is even stronger than Dalshal, right?
He did just absorb his cryptoglobin.
An impossible game to try and win.
Everyone started looking gloomy. Who could blame us? We were all filled with dread. We said our fight would be over once Dalshal was defeated. That hope had been turned into utter despair. This couldn't go on. We were paralyzed by fear. So, leader, I had to do something. Let's talk about a bright future ahead.
Well, what's gotten in you all of a sudden?
Dwelling on gloomy stuff is only going to make us gloomier. So let's talk about what our dreams are for the future. This is an order from your leader. I'll even start us off. I ignored everybody's confusion and started talking about my dreams.
Once we're back on the artificial satellite, I'm going to become roommates with Tsubasa, Yugamu, and Darumi. We're going to rent a cheap but big house and live together in abject poverty, becoming penniless roommates with my friends. That's my current dream.
Wait a second, Takumi. That was my dream. You can't just poke in like that.
It just means you and I have the same dream, Tsubasa. It's like we should. You and I are united in mind and body, in more ways than one.
Stop it, not in front of all these people.
Really not appreciating this sudden unsolicited info dump, guys.
United in mind and body. So suggestive. What is it? What is being united in mind and body suggestive of? Close your ears, Commune. You're too young for this.
Yugamu, you're next. What are you gonna do when you get back? Any future plans? Dream jobs? Dream jobs, you say? Ideally, I'd like to do something medicine-related. I think I've taken enough lives, so now I want to use my knowledge of the human body to save lives instead. Good job, Yugamu.
I think you'd make a great doctor. You already saved my life plenty of times.
How about you, Darumi? What are you gonna do?
That's a stupid question. And for working in the Earguard company, of course. I'll start with as a janitor and work my way up to becoming a director of my own project. Then I'll flood the spineless adventure game industry with my erotic fantasies. Wow, when did you become so optimistic, Darumi?
You call this being optimistic? What about you two? What do you want to do on an artificial satellite?
Just live a life peacefully with Commune, I guess. Take daily walks, go shopping, enjoy life like an ordinary person. I do not expect a life of ease as a refuge, but I will use my skills and abilities to overcome any obstacle.
I'll support you however I can. That's what I promised Ava. Your turn, Emet Kako. If you have any dreams, we'd love to hear them.
Just so happened that Brother Deers and I were discussing this matter the other day.
Once we make it to the satellite, we'll volunteer to distribute food to children in need. Yeah, that makes sense. You want to help kids get out of not be in a situation you two were. We really should balance out all the bad things we did here with some good stuff.
What could be better than helping children who were like us in the past? That's awesome. Dreams. It's an awesome dream to have. Yeah, but I'll help too. I'll put a powerful cooking stove for you.
You'll likely need medical assistance as well. That's where I come in. I can help with that. We're just gonna be one big happy family, just helping support everyone else. As we spoke about our plans and dreams, our faces became brighter and brighter, painting a vivid mental picture of a bright future and a great way to shake yourself out of the paralysis of despair. That was what I learned at night. Not to mention being around Tsubasa infused me with even more life. Let's all beat Veshness together. Cryptoglobe will definitely be strong enough to activate the escape pod. Then we'll be able to make our dreams come true. Thus, energized and looking forward to the future again, everyone started preparing for the final attack with renewed determination. We've got to get as strong as possible before Veshness launches her final attack. Slapped my cheeks to get into gear and started training.
Let's get to searching.
Veshness must be organizing her troops right now. The upcoming final attack was causing me a lot of anxiety. It's fine. We can beat him. We survived the invader, and Veshness has nothing on us. We can do this. We can beat him. I chose to believe in our ultimate victory. After all, we had nothing else to fall back on.
Shall we?
Ooh, that was a good plants run. Heck yes. Veshness didn't show up today either. Perhaps it's taking her longer than expected to get her troops in order. Well, it's good news for us. The later she and her army show up, the more time we have to prepare. It's okay. It's going to be all right. We can do this. We can beat them. Repeated that mantra to myself over and over as I got into bed. That's all I could do to live each day, clinging on to the belief that we will be victorious in the end. Our 90th day of academy life. Veshness was definitely going to attack within the next 10 days. Need to get prepared so I won't have any regrets when she shows up.
Move out!
Another day with no attack. This must be what the calm before the storm is like. Some of them feel like the cusp of the final showdown. Come on and try it already, Veshness. You're going to lose. You have more training today. Everyone's gotten a lot stronger in the last few days. Keep going like this, the invader army will be no match for us. That thought in my mind, I started getting ready for bed. Just then. Who's here? Or hasn't I standing on the other side was. Commune. It's pretty late. Do you need something? Commune's face was twisted in agony. What is it?
I intercepted a wireless comm just now and ascertained that the size of Veshness's army.
Really? How big is it?
Much bigger than I anticipated. Supreme Commander's claim about having the strongest army in the history is no idle boast.
So what are you saying?
It comes at you as the full force of that army. Your chances of victory are 0.
0? That's an exaggeration, right? I don't know for sure.
I know. You need to give the calculation skills more credit. Not only is their army massive, they also have procured a large amount of fire extinguishing agents capable of putting out the wall of fire. Not to forget, they have Veshness leading them. The battle is as good as lost already.
Hit by a wave of dizziness and almost collapsed on the spot. Should I even burn the others with this new revelation? They supported me because they believed we could fight off Veshness together, but now...
That's why I've come to you. I have a proposal that can avert total annihilation.
A proposal? You mean there's still a way out of this?
There is, and it's incredibly simple. We activate your escape pod before Veshness arrives.
The pod? We're sitting ducks right now. Precisely because we can't make it work. Well, if Veshness has a cryptoglobin strong enough to power it now.
May you not remain fixated on her. You have cryptoglobin of far greater power than Veshness can ever dream of right here in this academy. The Divine Infant.
Oh, no. Never heard him called by that name before, but I knew who she was talking about.
I don't wanna. Don't make me do this. I don't want to kill Shion.
His face immediately surfaced in my mind. You mean a baby in a defense room? The defense room on the 3rd floor of the academy was a baby in a capsule. The undying flames being produced by the baby's body around the clock were also being stored in missiles. It would take 100 days for all the missiles to be filled with undying flames. There's a reason we were here defending the academy. How do you know about him?
Have I not already mentioned I once headed the intelligence department on the other side? I'm far more familiar with your secret weapons and weapons powers than anyone else. In fact, I would venture to say I know more than you and your friends. You've not even been told the half of it. Powering up the escape pod will be trivial with the cryptoglobin of the Divine Infant. Nevertheless, there are risks involved. Once the baby is dead, the protective wall of fire around the academy will disappear. Veshness is likely to seize the opportunity to launch her final assault. However, given the current size and scale of her army, it may not be as nimble as it once was.
Veshness and her army don't factor into this. We're not killing the baby.
Your anger is warranted. This is undoubtedly an illogical measure. But Takumi, even if you do not kill him for this purpose, you know he'll be dead in another week anyway.
Huh?
When the missile he's creating in that defense room are ruthless weapons designed to raise all life on this planet, including himself.
The baby was going to die on day 100. Maybe it wouldn't be a crime to kill him a few days before. No, absolutely not. You can't ask me to kill a friend. Even if we hadn't seen him in a while, he was still our friend. So if he was destined to die in another week anyway, killing him ourselves is out of the question.
You're perfectly justified to feel reluctant. It's not the path I would willingly tread either. But hear me out, Takumi. As cruel as it may sound, might it not actually be your duty to kill the baby?
My duty? Why is that?
Why, you ask? Is it obvious? Because you killed my mother, Eva. I do not hate you for what you did, since my mother chose her own fate. And now you have stained your hands with her blood. You're obligated to keep going down in the same vein in the very end. It's irrational that you could kill Eva yet refuse to kill the baby.
My past sins continue to haunt me now, driving me into corners and forcing me to make unpleasant decisions. Maybe what Commune said made sense. It was my duty as Ava's killer to kill the baby as well.
You don't need to take action right away. However, do remember that time is running out. I'll be waiting in the underground storeroom when you feel ready to bring the baby's body to me there.
Commune left me alone in my room to think over her proposal. I threw myself into bed and stared at the ceiling. I couldn't think clearly. I just couldn't. I laid awake in bed until morning, unable to sleep. What I needed to do was simple enough. I had to kill the baby, and that was it. Go into the defense room, kill the baby there, get his cryptoglobin. But could I really do that? Morally? We hadn't seen him in a while, but he's still our friend. Felt like a sudden desperate urge to go see the others. I got up from bed and started to wander around the school in search of my friends. Good morning, Takumi. Mr. Samino, you came right on time. Ima and Kako bounced over to greet me the moment I stepped inside the cafeteria. Please try this. What is it? A special kids lunch my dear sister and I came up with. I'm not a kid though. I'm practically an adult. Like, come on. I'm 18. I'm an adult now. What are you doing here?
I want to make something like this for the street kids once we get to the artificial satellite.
Feeding hungry kids on the streets is going to be our way of atoning for what we've done.
This is actually delicious. I'm sure the kids will love it. Considering how adventurous the twins have always been with their cuisine, I was surprised at this attempt at a more conventional dish. They were serious about what they said. They were already working toward it. Finished a kid's lunch Ima and Kako had made, and left the cafeteria. I peeked into the library to find Yugamu poring over a stack of books on the table. Takumi, dropped by for some morning reading too? Yeah, I thought it would be a nice for a change. What are you reading? Medical books related to biology. I'm going to relearn everything from the basics. How else can I become a good doctor, right? Fair point. Very fair. You weren't joking about the doctor dream, huh? Dream job, you say? Ideally, I'd like to do something medicine related. I think I've taken enough lives, so now I ought to use my knowledge about the human body to save lives instead. Yeah, I'm retiring from the assassin business. I've already resolved to do it the day I made Kyoshika take that poison.
Next time, I'll be on the life-saving side. It's the only way I can atone for what I've done.
Good man. He turned back to his medical book solemnly. Yugamu was already making plans for the future. I didn't want to distract him and headed out of the library. Rumi was typing fiercely on a keyboard in a war room.
Haha, it's just you, Takumi. I'm busy writing. Talk later.
Writing what? A novel?
A scenario, you silly kiss. Remember I said I'd make the best e-core in the world? I always thought I'd start working on it after I get back to the artificial satellite, but I can't stop this momentum now. I am so caught up, I've already pulled 2 all-nighters in a row.
Rumi's eyes were shining with life. Could hardly believe this was the same girl who was frequently talking about killing herself only a few days ago. Glad to see you so passionate about it. But why the sudden urge to start now?
Because this is really the only thing I can do. My whole life's been a seeming pile of crap. Crappier than crap. And one day it dawned on me. Maybe I can write something that touches the hearts of those whose lives are just as crappy as mine.
Maybe my story can even be something that brings comfort to others. Then I'd be just like Mistress Hideko.
Darn me. Rumi was trying her best to carry on Hiroko's legacy in her own way. a legacy of saving others. I watched Darby hammer away at the keyboard a while longer before leaving. I heard sounds coming from the metal shop and decided to peek inside, where I saw Nozomi. She was on a sewing machine, working on a piece of clothing. Morning, Takumi. Are you making clothes? For Commune, probably? Yeah, I was thinking of making Commune some street clothes. The priestess dress doesn't look very comfortable. You're really stepping into your big sister role, huh? Nozomi's always so tense before. But now she's completely at peace with herself. I intend to do it for Commune, everything a mom couldn't do for me.
I'll cook for her every day, dress her up in pretty clothes, go out together, and also, oh, so many things. I just can't wait to get to the artificial satellite.
To Nozomi, living a peaceful life with family was what happiness meant. I want to work on a dress a little more before taking my leave. Takumi, I finally found you. Tsubasa ran up to me when she spotted me walking down the hallway. What's wrong? What was the emergency? Check this out. It's my attempt at a perfect house layout for our roommate situation. Why is Takumi's room so much bigger than hers? Why is Takumi's room bigger than everyone's? Wait, why is Takumi's room so much bigger? Seriously. Check this out. It's my attempt at a perfect house layout for our roommate situation. And I'm probably jumping at the gun, but once I got started, I couldn't stop. She showed me the layouts that she had drawn up and explained how it would be furnished. Tiva definitely has to go here, and the only space we can fit the big sofa enough for all of us. No easy-facing window in Yagamu Darumi's rooms for sure, since they're nocturnal.
Yeah.
Your room will be in a corner for more privacy, so no one will hear us when we're alone together. Seeing Tsubasa smile so radiantly as she talked about life together warmed my heart. I wanted to reach out and hold her closer, to protect her and give her the brightest future ever.
For all of this to come true, we'll have to beat Veshness first, but that's no problem. She and her army will be no match for us.
Yeah, we'll make it happen, one way or another. Everyone's already firm step towards their future. I want to make sure they all get to the artificial satellite and start living those lives. But to do that, is killing a baby and taking his Globin really the only way? If Veshness and her army really were impossible to defeat, it was their only option. Does that make it right? I knew the answer. Of course it didn't. Should I send everyone to the artificial satellite even if it means doing something terrible by killing a baby? Or should I take my chances and rally everyone to face Veshness' final attack? I have to make a choice. What am I gonna do here? You have to decide now? Now! No, I refuse to kill Shion. I refuse. I refuse to kill Shion. No, I can't kill the baby. Killing him wouldn't lead to anyone's happiness. It's a hard lesson I learned during my last 100 days. I didn't want to make that mistake again. I have to let Commune know my decision. I headed for the underground hangar where Commune was waiting. You want to face Veshness head on? You do not know what you're talking about. I told you your chance of victory is practically nil.
Hey!
I know it's going to be ridiculously tough, but I'm still doing it. If it has to end here, I want to end on my terms. Powering the escape pod by killing the baby and using his blood. Nothing good can come of that. Stop your delusional thinking.
We're fighting a war here. Should always take the path of the quickest solution, the one that will bring the most benefit to all.
The quickest solution. That's exactly why it should be avoided, I think. Yeah, that's it.
Pardon? What are you mumbling about to yourself over there?
Huh? Listen, Commune. I killed a traitor by the name of Eito Aotsuki on my second day here. He was cunning and evil to the core. I was so sure I couldn't let him live. So the quickest way to solve that problem was to kill him. Thinking back now, that was when the hellish nightmare began. Syria was destroyed, Gaku was murdered, and the whole killing game business began. Eito even reappeared when he should have been dead. Also, he could take revenge on me. It means killing an ally. The quickest solution should never be taken. That's what I believe now. You're right that we are fighting a war, so killing an enemy is more or less expected. But it also means I have to look after my own. Killing an ally in it is an idea that I should never entertain.
You're picking now to spout foolish sophistry? The bottom line is that you were reluctant to take a life, yes? I ask you to recall our conversation last night. Even if you let the baby live now, he will die in another week, anyway, burned up by his own flames. He does not have long to live either way. We have to burn the last embers of his life in a way that means something.
Yeah, I actually have an idea about that. Can we bring the baby with us when we leave?
I don't understand.
The baby's being kept alive in a capsule inside the defense room right now. Don't you think we could transfer that capsule to the escape pod? I'm going to bring him along with us to our official satellite. Adopt him as a son or something, even though he's the same age as me. If anyone can make that happen, it's you, Commune.
Veshness is gearing up to attack, and you want me to think of a way to keep the baby alive? This is lunacy! Your priority should be keeping your allies alive.
That's exactly what I'm doing. The baby is one of my allies. I don't want to kill any more of our own, or to stand by and watch them die. Those are my honest and true feelings.
Have you been brainwashed by some strange cult, Takumi? I've had enough of you. I can no longer count on your assistance. I have no choice but to carry out the deed myself.
Before I could say anything in response...
Oh, hi, Shihon. Sup, bro? Is he gonna be like, no, Takumi, you can do it. It's fine.
A hazy flame appeared along with the ghost boy. A spectral manifestation of the person we've been talking about.
Who are you? Where did you come from? Did Vecna send you?
It's okay, Commune. He's one of us. He's an avatar of the baby in the defense room. Place myself between Commune and the ghost boy before speaking to him. I haven't seen you in a while. I thought you were too sick to manifest yourself.
To inform you about something, I will keep it short. I'm not feeling very well right now.
Not feeling well? In what sense?
Right, you can't tell because I'm in this form. Basically, I'm sick.
How did that happen?
There's a particular space known as the blood space in this world. It is a distinct space filled with cryptoglobin energy. However, a malicious aura from the future has been seeping into a certain part of that space. Was that Eito? Did us killing the new Eito fix him? Is that what he's implying? My true form, the baby, is being affected by that aura. This may sound strange, but the blood space corruption was purified a little while ago. I suddenly recovered. I'm not exactly sure what happened.
His recovery was probably related to the end of the invader hunt somehow. Maybe the corruption was purified after the malicious entities had died out.
For the last few days, I've been going around the school every night to gather information and figure out the reason for my sudden recovery. I imagine my surprise when I saw you discussing my assassination with the girl last night. I've been following you since yesterday to see what your decision would end up making.
That's creepy. Stop that. I was honestly surprised by your decision, that you would let me live. You, of all people. Of course. What sort of person did you think I was? A serial killer. What else? You killed Eito in cold blood before you did anything on day 2. I didn't say anything at the time, but it held the deepest contempt for you after that. Shion, if you had a problem, you should have said something. Now I'm starting to think I got it wrong, though. I've misunderstood you this whole time. If I have, then I'd like to apologize for my mistake. There's no need for that. I don't blame anyone for despising someone like me. But I think I've grown as a person, become more human-like in the last 100 days. Growth. Something a perpetual baby like me will never get to experience. Not yet. Maybe there's always a time for that in the days to come. You can do all the growing you want on an artificial satellite. What? Can I really go with you? I haven't done anything to really contribute to the war effort. It feels too optimistic for me to recognize as an ally at this stage. Then do something about it. Join us in a final defensive battle as a fellow soldier. How about that? The number of invaders we have to deal with is beyond imagination. We won't be able to handle them on our own. Or wait, are we actually getting to be able to fight with Shion? We actually can fight with Shion? Hold on. That would be epic. If you join us, our chances of victory will be higher than before. Even if only a little. Isn't that right, Commune? Do not be absurd. A single soldier will not be enough to make up for a sheer difference in numbers. All they have to do is bulldoze their way in, and it's game over for us. There's really that many of them? Anyway, you look at it, it's a world-ending number. Okay, then how about this?
I increased the strength of the wall of fire to block out as many of them as possible.
Huh? You can do that? I never tried, but it should be possible. The blood space is overflowing with energy right now. When the malicious aura was purified, clean energy took its place. I infused that energy into the wall. Then, just maybe. Commune, if the wall becomes stronger, will that give us an advantage? Yes, the number of enemies that can make it through the flames at one time will be greatly reduced. We can split the army, bottleneck the troops, advance. It will greatly improve our chance of victory. Better than 0%. We stumbled on a path to victory completely by accident. Maybe it had been the final piece of the puzzle. Very well, Ghost Boy. Do not delay. Start increasing the strength of the wall of fire right now. If the strategy succeeds, I'll make your physical body get to the artificial satellite in time for if it's the last thing I do. Yes, of course. I'll give it my best shot. Let's go, Shion. He disappeared in a hurry at Commune's urgent command, likely beginning to strengthening the wall of fire. The moment I decided to rescue someone who'd been destined for death, a new path had opened to us. It was like it was meant to be. This is the path I should have taken from the start. I should have chosen to save lives rather than take them. If I hadn't killed Eito back then, it was too late for regrets. I had to focus on saving the baby. A way to take him out of the defense room up to the artificial satellite with us. That's what we needed to figure out now.
Oh!
Let's see if I got this straight. Basically, you want us to break down this door and get into the defense room, right? So we can save the baby that's inside? Can we do that, though? Isn't a capsule using a life support system or something? That's what we need. That is what we need to do. Get inside and ascertain. Wasn't this door protected by undying flames last time we saw it? When did they disappear? Maybe it must have extinguished them to make things easier for us. Helping us in return for helping him. It's like a fairy tale. Yeah, except his grim reality always helps me break down this door. We stood in front of the door with our class weapons in hand. Alright guys, we'll attack the door all at once on count of 3. 1, 2, 3. Without the undying flames to protect it, the door was no longer impervious. Slowly but steadily, we began to crumble under our door. The damage grew heavier and heavier. Until at long last, it opened. The second it was open, we all went rushing through like an avalanche. Why do I feel like something bad's about to happen? And inside, the baby's capsule was in the deepest part of the room.
Let's see. Yes, if a model's capsule is to be self-sustaining, we need only to take it into the escape pod with us once Vishnas is defeated. It will be a complicated operation, but can I count on everyone's full support? Can I?
All of us joined in the effort to modify the capsule just so that we could keep our promise to take the baby along with us.